All right, guys, Dan Bidondi, TruthRadioShow.com, and I just want to talk about Judge Kavanaugh, Brett Kavanaugh. This is just ridiculous what's going on here in the media. I mean, I can't believe all the media hype over this. I mean, isn't there not more important things going on, more important prosecutions that should be taking place, such as thousands of Catholic priests who were convicted child molesters in other countries but shipped here? Hey, what's going on, Jonathan? So that should be more of a priority, but yet, let's go attack a judge. Now, I'm not sticking up for Judge Kavanaugh. I don't know if he did anything. I don't know the guy. I don't know him personally, so I can't say honestly he did or did not touch anybody at all. So, but here's the thing. Here's the red flag that should throw up in anybody's head. Okay, liberal, conservative, whatever. Why now? Why 28, 30 years later, whatever the hell it is, why all this time now to come out and talk about this? Because he's about to be appointed by President Trump. Why now? That's the question. And you're looking at the testimonies from all three of these women. No judge in their right mind, okay, I don't care if you're biased or not, no judge in their right mind is going to take their testimony as anything credible. They're inconsistent stories. I mean, I'm going down the middle here. Again, I'm not sticking up for Kavanaugh. I don't know the guy. I can't say if he did or didn't, but the testimonies alone from these women are insane. Plainly insane. And Mrs. Ford completely wants the whole judicial system to reroute the way things go. She wants him to testify first. She doesn't want to be in a courtroom with him. That's not how things go. You have a right in the constitutional right, okay, it's I think it's the Sixth Amendment, Fifth to Sixth Amendment, you have a right to confront your accuser. And when you file charges upon somebody, you are the one who pleads first. You plead your case to the judge, and the defendant, okay, has his chance to defend and redact anything you have against him. So Mrs. Ford wants the whole judiciary system to completely reroute the system and how it goes. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so, and it's complete insanity, it really is, and one of her stories, she says when he touched her, she felt so emotionally distressed. Back in 1983, she called her friend on their cell phones and talked about it. Cell phones back then were the size of bricks, first of all, and they were about $3,500 minimum, the cell phones. Then people say, well, she came from a wealthy family. That's bull. She was a teenager at the time, her friend was a teenager. They're not going to have cell phones back in 1983, even very wealthy people. That's impossible. And just the inconsistent stories, I mean, it's ridiculous. Then this new woman coming up saying that Judge Kavanaugh raped her, and she knows because she's been to 10 of these rape parties. Why would you go to 10 rape parties if you were raped in the first place? You know what I mean? Does people not understand and see this crap? But yeah, the thing is, everybody's blinded by the hatred for Trump. That's why they can't see beyond this stuff. And, you know, it's always got to do with right versus left. They can't see facts and reality and common sense. Why would you go to 10 plus rape parties if you were raped in the first place? That tells me what? It wasn't a rape party. And second, well, it sounds like she's a complete whore. Okay, admitting that she went to 10 of these damn parties, at least she said. I know, because I went to at least 10 of these things. What? You know what I mean? Wow, I can't believe people just not even question that. Are you on some kind of a serious drug or something, lady? It sounds to me like you're a complete whore bag, okay? And then you had CNN producer, the video got caught off Facebook. Facebook completely deleted the user who shared this video. And it's on all the media sites, you can check it out. CNN producer calling Judge Kavanaugh's Illuminati, okay? All the females calling them. One woman recorded the conversation, the phone call, the recording of the producer calling his classmates and wanting to talk to them. In other words, they're calling people, all people that know Kavanaugh from school and whatnot, to try to get them to come to the studio, try to get them to say something and dramatize it and pay them off, most likely, to discriminate this guy. And again, I don't know if I can't say honestly, again, I can't be biased here. I don't know if he did any of this stuff. And I highly doubt it because the inconsistent stories from these women. And Ford is a complete moron. I mean, this woman shouldn't even be talking, to tell you the truth. And all three of these women, their testimony, the second woman that came out, she's got more credibility than the other two. Even her stories are inconsistent. But when you listen to all these stories going unbiased down the middle, these women's stories don't hold no water in the court of law. They're not going to hold no water in the court of law. And, of course, the senators here in Rhode Island, Senator Shithouse, Sheldon Whitehouse. By the way, hopefully Bob Flanders beats him here in Rhode Island. But anyway, he's going to throw his 2 cents in. Of course they do. You know what I mean? And you got all these, the senators going to, biased senators going to vote against him because Trump picked him. You know what I mean? It's so ridiculous, it's not even funny. But here's the whole situation. While this is doing, the media's hyping this up because they love to race bait. Now, the race bait's getting a little bit old, okay? So now what they're doing is doing a sex bait. So, you look at all the comments. Most women decided for these women, oh, it's a woman thing now. It can't be just saying women making false allegations. No, it's a woman versus man thing now. Male versus female thing. They're pinning women against men now, creating a sex war. And you can see it going on all over the place. And a lot of women are falling for it. A lot of guys are falling for it. You know what I mean? They want to divide us politically, religiously, racially. Now, sex, hey, women against men. You know what I mean? This is the divide and conquer tactics that I've been on here for over 10 years telling people that they're going to do this stuff. I said this over a decade ago when I first got on AM and radio. I almost got kicked off for telling people what the elite's plans are. We had people from the State House coming to the radio station to tell us they don't want us on the air. We had to use lawyers to stay on the air. And we had to read off disclaimers and everything else. It was ugly. So we've been telling people for over a decade that this stuff was going to happen to the T. Not that we're prophets or these or fortune tellers or nothing. No, because I've read the white papers. Okay, I've read the documents. I've read their agenda from the globals. This is what they're doing. Okay, and there's great people in the Republican Party, great people in the Democratic Party, but at the very, very, very top, above the presidential level. At the very top of both parties, they work together. It's like a stage wrestling match. That's all it is. And they work together. They know they can't exist without the other. George Washington wanted us to stay the hell away from these parties in the first place, and long before they even formed, because he's seen how the two-party corporate system destroys countries, divides them. And sure enough, here we go. You know what I mean? So everything's got to be a right versus left issue. Why? You know what I mean? So if you're a Democrat, you have to be against guns. I know a lot of Democrats who love guns. If you're a Republican, you have to be on Kavanaugh's side. You know what I mean? How about we call things down the middle fairly by the Constitution for the United States of America? Never mind what parties have to say. These things were allowed, the Constitution was around long before these parties existed. But it's sickening you're going to turn everything to a right versus left issue. And the thing is, Judge Kavanaugh, he served for years as a judge. And now, out of nowhere, these women are coming out. Oh, the thing is, it puts emotional strain on these women, and it takes them years to come out and talk about this. No, it's when they see dollar signs and their 15 minutes of fame on the media, that's when they come out with bullshit allegations. Now, again, did it happen or didn't? I don't know. None of us were there to know what happened. More than likely, Ford, she's a complete whack job. More than likely, she probably seduced a guy or whatever the case. Who knows? You know what I mean? But I'm not even saying I'm going to take anybody's side on this. But the way the system's working, their testimonies are garbage, plain and simple. If I was a judge and I'm completely unbiased, all through these women's testimonies, I read them and I'm like, why is not people questioning this stuff? Why are they going to be blinded by the right versus left bullshit? Both sides of bullshit, to tell you the truth. And why do we got to be blinded by that? Why can't we just say, all right, let's go down the middle, never mind parties, okay? Let's go down the middle, like any court of law. You get accused for this and that, let's go down the middle, and their stories do not add up. They're inconsistent. Go read them for yourself. Go read them in the open mind. Never mind if you hate Trump or love Trump, whatever. Go read this stuff with an open mind. Their testimonies are garbage. Plain and simple. Kavanaugh sticks to his stories. He's been on target. Not one inconsistency in his defenses at all. Not one. Many inconsistencies with these women. They contradict themselves, lie. I mean, it's so ridiculous. So I just hope, if I was the president, this is what I would do. I would say, you know what? You're my Supreme Court judge. I don't give a crap what anybody says. How's that? And that's what Trump should do, to tell you the truth. And because these people love nothing more than fake news. And the only people I trust on Fox is Tucker Carlson. But everybody else on Fox is just as fake as CNN, just as fake as MSNBC and all these other people. I don't trust any of these people. The only mainstream people I trust is Tucker Carlson, Lou Dobbs. He's another great person. Very few people in the mainstream media I trust. And but as far as the networks, they're all fake news, plain and simple. So we need to unite and mind the divide and conquer bullshit. Men and women unite, people of all parties unite, never mind this stuff, and let's get back to making America what it's supposed to be. United States of America, it's called that for a reason. All right, guys, God bless, love you all.